Okay, guys, welcome to our final lesson where we're gonna just push ourselves. Okay, we're gonna do something that is might be at our limits, but I think it's great to display what we've learned. And remember, all the completed files will be available in the folder as completed files and should be used as backup. But here we go. What I want to do is create the background of the main stage from scratch. So let's go to lesson 5. Let's make a background. Let's open brick wall. You're gonna see that we have a layer with a vibrance adjustment and a mask adjustment. We're gonna go ahead and group this by pressing Command G, and we're gonna rename it back wall. I just want you to know that this file was made using a picture that I took of my backyard here on my island of Aruba. It's basically this picture, and if you notice, I actually put my guitar there later on. So one day we'll do that lesson, but I created a texture here, and there's some imperfections here and there, but like I said in my previous video, it doesn't matter. It's about getting things done. I downloaded a Alibaba shot of a textured wall, and let's not get into the copyright of things. Excuse me, wrong file. Let's open it again. Let's open the wood file. Select all, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it and simply paste it. Okay. Now, this document is 3000 pixels. And usually we're not allowed, I would say you're not allowed to do this kind of stuff. As in, just blow things up. But we're going to blow it up anyway, guys. We're going to blow it up. Now, what I want to achieve is a stage floor. That's why I chose this wood texture. I wanted a, rough stage floor. And I'm going to introduce to you a tool, because in Photoshop you can adjust things in perspective straight from the transform dialog box. But in Affinity Photo, that's actually done separately in a mesh warp tool. And what we're going to do is we're going to, not that one, but we're going to click and hold and do perspective tool. See? Excuse me. What's happening? Perspective tool. And there's a perspective dialog box right there. And what's interesting is that we can, I want to create a, wait, this was pretty good. I'm going to apply it this way, because this is looking already good. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to break a rule, because we do what we want. And I'm going to go ahead and stretch it and blow it up a bit. And there we go, guys. We've got a floor, right? We've got a floor there. Now, let's give it a shadow, so it kind of meshes with the wall better. So we're going to go to our effects tools, go to outer shadow. We're going to send it the way we need it to, and we're going to play around with this stuff until we see something show up. Yeah, there we go. So there's the radius has to be a lot bigger. Another thing we can do is, if we get to our limit, the developers of Affinity were smart enough not to limit us completely. We can actually numerically push forward. So I need something bigger. I'm going to go ahead and go at 600, and the offset parameter, put it closer. Oh, Intensity. There you go. You see? There we go. That's looking pretty better, much better. Close. So we've got a shadow with a, it might be a little too big even. So again, we'll click on it, go ahead, go back, and I'm gonna change that offset. Actually, maybe the radius is too bad. Let's go to 400. 400. Yeah, much better. Oh, I like the intensity. Can we even move it? No, we can't move it. Oh, there we go. Offset. Huh. Is there a minus 200 we can do? No. Interesting. 200. Okay, yes. So let's do that, guys. 200 pixels, 60 pixels, and 31%. And that's looking more how I want. Now, do you remember the green and the magenta, I guess, the purple? Well, that was done like this. Let's go to our rounded rectangle tool, which is basically where our vector shapes are. Let's take an ellipse tool and let's draw a vector image. And I'm going to make it like a poppy green, like an apple green. All right, let's give it that poppy green. Boom, fine. That's fine for me. And guys, we're going to use a filter. We're going to use a blur filter, and I'm going to use a Gaussian blur. Gaussian. I always say Gaussian is. And I'm going to go ahead and apply. Now, we've got a shape here, and I'm going to actually cycle through the blending modes. And you're going to see it's going to interact with the background in many ways. So here we have a soft light, which is pretty realistic. We have linear light, pin light. I'm just seeing what it's doing. Hue. I'm liking the hue. I'm also liking the overlay. You know what? We're keeping overlay. You see, it looks pretty natural. And it looks like a light beam. I actually want more blur. So let's intensify the blurriness and put it at 200. Yes, yes, perfect. Now, what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna duplicate the same layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and control click on the pixel, and I have now 2 layers of it. And you see what it's doing? And I kind of noticed that we can exclude things. And look what happens. That's pretty cool. Oh wow. So I really love the way it's interacting with the floor. Okay? But it is a little dark. So what do we want to achieve? It's actually possible to make it only interact with the wood. And here's how I'm going to do it. Remember how we created that selection from the shape when we separated the guitar? I can do the same trick again. Let's call this one purple. And we're going to command click or control click on the icon, and I get a nice selection. And here's what's going to happen. This purple, I'm going to create a group by command G, and I'm going to mask it. Bam. And now you see that it's only interacting with the floor. Okay? right? So we've got a purple interacting only with the floor. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for myself, I'm going to have these two together. And this is the purple group. Let's call this purple light. Purple light. And here I have my green light. And here I have my wall. So that's how you have to see it. Okay, yeah, you have a back wall, that's the back image, and then we have a stage image. Okay, and now we're missing one more light that I want to create. Let's do it one more time and get, make a really custom thing. So again, I'm gonna make another light beam, I guess, and I'm gonna make it, yeah, sure, that's where I want to take it, about there. Sure, cool. Now I'm going to click on my ellipse tool and I'm going to blur it. Yes, perfect. And let's cycle again the blend mode of this layer and see how it interacts. So I'm going to put this behind my floor. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, I did not make that clear in my layer settings. So I renamed the layer quickly. Let's lock this for a second. So now it's locked. And let's cycle through my blending. I'm going to actually turn this and let it come from this way. And oh, got a little mistake going. Let's do it like this. Yeah, turn it around. Beautiful. And what happens if I use overlay just like I did? So that's what that looks like. Excuse me, so sorry. Oh, beautiful saturation color. Yes, I love it. Okay guys, so there you go. Those were 5 lessons and I did something circular. So if you can notice, we've basically learned how to make, excuse me, let me go. We basically learned how to make this. So we started, I did something circular again, I'm sorry, let me repeat it one more time. So we basically learned how to make this, okay? Except for the amp, we can make a flyer pretty much. So I hope you enjoyed it. I do a lot of work investing in images. I try to take the pictures by myself, and that's why all my lessons are going to be open source. You're welcome to reuse and use this design and just have fun with it. And I hope to see you soon. My next series is going to come in about a week, where we're going to be exploring some more advanced techniques than this one in Affinity Photo. Have a good week and see you soon.